Hi there, welcome back. Today I wanted to talk about food. First of all, one disclaimer, I eat all the food. Doesn't matter what it is. I eat all the food. I'm not a vegan, I'm not a vegetarian, I'm not a carnivore, whatever. Pescapit, whatever. I'm not any of those. I eat all the food. I'm not allergic to anything. Don't have any dietary restrictions, whatever. Um, that being said, there are times when I follow a paleo diet, and usually when I do that, I have at least one cheat meal a week. And that's because I've read a lot of information that says if you completely cut out gluten in your diet for a long period of time, you will become intolerant to it. Lord knows I do not want to become intolerant to bread because I absolutely love bread. And actually, bread is the hardest thing for me to give up when I go to a paleo diet. So usually my one cheat meal a week when I'm on a paleo diet is a nice, crusty, warm Bordeaux roll slathered in butter. The other thing I have a hard time giving up with paleo is cheese, because I love cheese as well. But that's easy enough, because if I can't have bread, there's not much reason to have cheese, so as far as I'm concerned. So the cheese is not an issue to give up. But I also have no problem cooking for one. I did it for a long time. Right now I've got kind of a full house, so I'm not cooking for one anymore. But cooking for one in the Marshmallow will be easy enough for me. I've learned how to adjust most of my meals and everything, and it actually, if I'm following a paleo diet, cooking for one is really easy. So, but there's always times, even when I'm camping in my big camper, that for whatever reason, I don't have the food I need to make a recipe, or I don't feel like eating whatever I have on hand to make. So I always like to have some cheat meals in the cupboard that are easy fix. In other words, heat up on the stove and that's it. My go-to always has been Dinty Moore beef stew. That brings back a lot of happy memories for me because growing up when I was younger, when we used to go camping, and actually when we used to do long road trips, we would just stop at a roadside rest stop and we would have dinner there at the roadside rest stop. And Dad would break out the Coleman stove, Mom would break out the pots, and a couple huge cans of Dinty Moore stew, and that's what we would have with bread slathered in butter. So it brings back happy memories for me. So that's always kind of been my go-to. I always have it in my cupboard here in case of long-term power outages. And yeah, but I thought I'd sort of look around to see what there is now. I mean, because nowadays there's a lot more stuff available. So this was back at Christmas time. I'm assuming they probably still carry the same stuff because they usually do carry the same stuff food-wise, is a store called Ocean State Job Lots, which is only up here in the New England area. I think they started in Rhode Island. So they're in Rhode Island, Connecticut, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont. And it's like sort of like a Dollar General or something. You know, they have a lot of stuff in a lot of different departments, and it's usually fairly inexpensive. And when I say fairly inexpensive, some of it is cheap, as in cheaply made. Other is just sort of, I don't know, they get really good deals on it, I guess, I don't know. But they have, believe it or not, a lot of imported foods, which is bizarre. I mean, they have stuff that I can't get even at higher-end grocery stores around here. Whether it be things like polenta that's in a tube. I mean, I can't get that at high-end grocery stores, but there's a lot of stuff they carry that a lot of grocery stores don't. Probably because there's a lot of need for it. I mean, they don't get a lot of sales, so they just don't like stocking it, taking up shelf space for something that doesn't sell. But Ocean State Job Lots has this huge food section. It's mostly all imported foods. One of the things I get there that I cannot get anywhere else is ladyfingers, which is what you need to make tiramisu. And I can't get those anywhere else, but they have them. Awesome. And they're inexpensive. So anyway, I was looking through the food section around Christmas time, doing some shopping. And one of the other things that Ocean State Job Lots does is they have, the cat is rubbing on the tripod. Go away. they do these things where they have these specials where you can buy, you know, $10 worth of this and get a $10 crazy gift card for free. And a crazy gift card is $10 that can be spent at Ocean State Job Lots at some future date. They don't ever expire, but they are not valid the day that you're there. They don't become valid until the next day. Anyway, they had this thing where you could buy, you know, 5 of these meal things for $5. Actually, no, 10 meal things for $5, and you, no, okay, they were $1 a piece. So 10 meal things for $10, and you got $10 in crazy gift cards, which basically means they're free. Well, that's the way a lot of people look at it. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as it was 50% off, and then I get 50% off of something $10 later on. That's the way I view it. So I bought $20 worth, 20 meal things. I know that sounds like a lot, but I wanted to sort of try out a bunch of different kinds and see what they're like, and see if they're the ones that I want to have in the Marshmallow, to have on hand in case I needed them. So I'm going to go through them all right now, and then later on, over the next couple weeks, I will add on to this video and do little bits of each one. Like, I'll critique each meal and tell you what I thought of it. So first off, first thing I got is Italian tuna made by Coles. It's a pasta salad. I mean, the picture looks good. Looks like it's perfectly edible. And this does not have to even be heated up. It can be eaten cold right out of the container, which is awesome because these would be great for like backpacking. Just throw it in your backpack, you know, day pack, and eat it when you're hungry. The other one is also tuna salad, and this is Mexican. I think that sounds a bit bizarre, tuna with Mexican spices, but it may be okay. I don't know. I figured I'd try it, right? So all of these that I got 2 or 3 of each one. Yeah. So tuna, Mexican. Again, made by Coles, whatever company that is. Nutrisystem is a company we've all heard of, I'm sure. I don't know. These are supposed to be lunches, but honestly, it looks like it's more than enough for me for dinner. I don't eat huge meals. So this is penne chicken margarita. Again, looks good. I know these are all pasta based for the most part, and I don't normally eat a lot of starches, but again, one meal here and there isn't going to kill me. So penne chicken margarita, and then of course the old standby penne chicken Alfredo. Now I probably am not going to like this a whole lot because I make homemade Alfredo because it's wicked easy to make, right? I mean, it takes you like 2 seconds, and it's nice and rich and thick, and this stuff is probably going to be watery and crappy and whatever, but hey, for a cheap meal, it was only $1. I'll try it. I think I got more of the margaritas. I think I got like 3 of the margaritas, and I only got 2 of the Alfredos because I kind of had an idea. I probably wouldn't be that impressed with them. By the way, I know the lighting here is really bad. Okay, so the next thing I got was, I got several Loma Linda meals. I don't know. These, I think, are actually imported. So this is Italian bolognese, and I figure the pasta in this is going to be really like slimy, like the kids used to call the canned spaghetti slippery spaghetti. That's probably what this is going to be like. But if you sort of cook it a little bit longer in a pan, thicken it up, maybe it might be okay. So I got several of these because these are actually decent cold too. Like, I don't know. So Italian bolognese. This one I think looks interesting. I think I might like this. This is Mediterranean tomato and olive. So we'll see. Again, it's pasta based spaghetti. Mediterranean tomato and olive. And finally, the last one I got was tikka masala. Now, this is actually, yeah, this is chicken with an apostrophe N and rice. It's a vegetarian. This one is actually a vegetarian meal. I'm sure I would like it better with real chicken, but eating chicken, whatever that is made of, probably, I don't know, probably tofu, I don't know, won't kill me for one meal. I think I only got 2 of these. Again, I'm not a vegetarian, so I'm not sure I'm going to like the whole fake chicken thing, but I do love tikka masala, so I thought it'd be worth a try. So that's what I got, and like I said, over the next couple weeks I will try each one of these. I'll probably take them to work for lunch, which means I probably won't film anything as far as cooking them or whatever. I do not want to heat them up in the microwave at work because I will not have a microwave in the Marshmallow. So probably what I will do is I have one of those little tiny crock pots that has a metal pot that fits into it that you can take out. And I will probably heat it up in that. I have it at work all the time. The cat is rubbing on the tripod again. I have it at work all the time, and I use it for like soup, like homemade soup. I freeze in like 1 cup containers, and I can just take that frozen round block and pop it in that metal pot in the morning at work, and at lunchtime it's the perfect temperature, all nice and thawed out and heated. I figure that's probably similar to cooking it in a pot on the stove. That crock pot thing is maybe a little bit more controlled low heat, and on the stove I'd probably have it a little bit on higher heat. But I will take them to work, pour them into that crock pot. I probably will take a picture of what it looks like, and then I'll post the pictures in the video that I finally post. Okay, so that's it for today, and have a great day. Sorry the lighting is so bad in here. I know I'm backlit or side lit, something fierce, but I had all the curtains open and that was absolutely horrendous. So anyway, alright, have a great day.